All right, guys, welcome. Today we're going to be working on Chapter 10, Lesson 6. Make sure you put your name up here. And it's going to be pages 739 to 744. Make sure you put your staple in it up here. The essential question today, as it is this entire chapter, are what strategies can be used to multiply and divide fractions. And we're still on this part right here, multiplying fractions. All right, we're still on that part right there. Let's get a little closer. So today we're diving straight into multiplying fractions like we have done the last few days. We did multiplying by a whole number. Now we're multiplying two fractions together. Same thing applies. Is this time we're not slapping a 1 underneath the whole number to make it a fraction. Multiplying fractions is similar to multiplying by a whole number and a fraction. To multiply fractions, you multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominators. Remember this top number up here, these are the numerators. These are all the denominators. So basically you're going to multiply those two together. You're going to multiply those two together, and that's how we got the 3. And then you can see this right here, 3 times 1. That's how they got that. All right. So let's look at example 1, math in my world. We have Franco ate some pizza. 2/3 of the pizza is left over. Deandra ate 3/4 of the leftover pizza. How much of the whole pizza did Deandra eat? So we're finding 3/4 because she ate 3/4 of the 2/3 that was left over. Okay, so we're taking 3/4 of 2/3. So the way that we can do that, as I said, you multiply first and then you simplify. So we take 3 times 2, which is where they got the 3 times 2 here. And then we have 4 and 3. That's how we got the 4 times 3 here. And then if you multiply those, you get 6 over 12. And that's where you see where they have the 6 over 12 right there. And then we have to simplify. So this is where you say, I can divide both of these. I know 6 goes in 12, so I'm going to divide both of these by 6, and that's how they did that. Okay. So 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So Deandra ate 1/2 of the whole pizza. Now, another way you can do it is you can simplify first. All right. And they did it kind of weird up here because they basically you got a bunch of 1s here. Remember how I talked about cross multiplying? Well, you can look at this and say, well, it's 3 and 3, right? We know that one, you change those to 1s because 3 goes into 3 one time, so they both become 1s. And then you see like the 2 goes into 4 2 times, so you're going to make this a 1 and make this a 2 because 2 times 2, so it goes into it twice. So then you multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So you still get 1/2 either way. If you're not good at simplifying, I highly recommend trying to do that cross-canceling first. It might help you guys out a little bit. All right, so find the area of a rectangle up at the very top. You multiply the length times the width. Okay, that's to find the area. Remember, area equals width times the length. All right, so find the area of the rectangle with a length of 3/4 of an inch and a width of 5/9 of an inch. All right, so we have 3/4 times 5/9. Now, they did it the shading way here, and I'm not too familiar with that shading way, but we'll try to look at it here and see what they've done. It says tile the rectangle as part of a unit square. So each tile is 1/4. Each of these is 1/4. Okay. By 1/9. So you got 1/9 of an inch this way, 1/4 of an inch that way. Or the whole thing itself is 1/36 of an inch squared. The area of the unit square is 1 inch squared. So count the shaded tiles. There's 15 tiles shaded. Again, you're not going to probably use this method. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to you because I think that way is, it's difficult. It's confusing. Just do it the way we did it before. Um, you look at, just multiply the sides. 3 times 5, you got 3 times 5. 4 times 9, you got 4 times 9. All right. So you get 15 over 36. And that's how they got 15 over 36. And then we need to simplify. So you look at these and say, well, 15 doesn't go into 36 evenly. So I need to divide both of these by 3, as I said, which will give you 5 twelfths. So it's 5/12 of an inch, square inch, sorry. Again, this way, if it asks you to shade, just don't bother with it. To me, that's just a bunch of confusion. Just do it this way. This is a standard way of doing it. Find 1/7 times 1/2 and write it in simplest form. Okay, well, we are going to multiply 1 times 1. That's where they got the 1 times 1 there. And then we have the 7 times 2. We got 7 times 2 there. So what is 1 times 1? It gets 1. 7 times 2 is 14. Well, we have a 1 on top right, so we already said that is already simplified. Talk math. Will the product of 2 9ths times 1/3 be the same as the product of 2 9ths times 2 6ths? What do you think? Well, let's find them out. So 2 9ths times 1/3. Let's find the answer to that first. So we got 2 times 1 is 2. 9 times 3 is 27. Okay. And then we have 2 over 9 times 2 6ths. Well, we're going to get 2 times 2 is 4. 9 times 6 is 54. We divide both of these by 2. We're going to get 2 27ths. So look at that. They are the same. So if we're going to explain it that way, we can just say 2 6 is equivalent to 1/3. So it should have been the same thing either way. Independent practice. All right, so they have these shaded models here again. Just do this. Get rid of that garbage. All right, get rid of that. We're going to multiply straight across. And we're going to say 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 4 is 24. Now, can we divide both of these by the same number? Yeah, we can divide both of these by 3, which is going to give us 5/8 as our answer. 5/8. Now, I could have gone back and said 3 goes into 6 2 times. That would give us 5/8. See how that would have been a little quicker, so we didn't have to simplify. We'll do that one for this one right here. Okay, so 3 goes into 6 2 times. 5 goes into 10 2 times. So what's 1 times 1? 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 1/4. If you would have done that the long way, you would have had, what is that, 15, the top over 60. And so you would have to simplify that quite a bit. But you should see that 15 goes into 60, which would have been 1/4. But it's a little bit quicker of a route. Okay, this one here. Say 3 doesn't go into 7. 2 does go into 4. So we're going to say 2 times 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now multiply straight across. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 7 is 14. See, we're already done. We've already simplified those. And we did minimal writing, which a lot of you like. All right, multiply. Let's go ahead and simplify these before we get going. All right, because look, if I do 3 times 5, I get 15. 5 times 6 is 30. Well, if I say, well, 3 goes into 6, so we divide both these by 3, which gives us 1. Divide this by 3 gives us 2. Divide this one by 5 gives us 1. Divide this by 5 gives us 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. We have 1/2. Well, see, we could have divided both of these by 15, and that would have given us 1/2. But see, we just did it a little bit quicker that route. So let's look at this one. Does 3 go into 12? Yes, it does. So 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 12 divided by 3 equals 4. 5 doesn't, okay, so now we say what's 1 times 5? We get is 5. 4 times 4 is 16. It's already simplified. Look how minimal writing we have to do. Okay, 2 doesn't go into 3. 1 goes into 9, but we don't need to simplify that one because it's a 1. So what's 2 times 1 is 2. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 doesn't go into 27, so 2 27ths, we are finished. Now this one here, 3 doesn't go into 5, so we're going to leave those alone. 2 does go into 4, so we're going to divide both of these by 2. So divided 2 by 2 equals 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Now, 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10. Easy as that. Next one, we have 1 goes, again, when there's a 1, you don't have to mess with it. 2 doesn't go in 3, so we're just going to multiply straight across. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 5 is 15. It's already simplified. And then this one here, does 3 go into 7? Not evenly. 5 and 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So what's 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 7 is 7. 3/7 is already simplified. All right, next. 3 doesn't go into 7 evenly. 4 doesn't go into 6 even, but I can divide both of these by 2. Right? We divide both of them by 2. And then that's going to give us 9 over 14 is our answer. And if we would have done that, we would have 18 over 28, right? And then if we divide both of those by 2 again, we would have gotten 9 over 14. So see, we've got the same thing if we've done it the long way or the short way. We got a 1 up top. 2 does go into 4, so we're going to divide both these by 2, which gives us 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 1/6. And then the last one on this page, 3 doesn't go into 5, but 2 does go into 6, so we're going to divide both these by 2, which gives us 1. This is going to give us 3. So 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 3 is 9. And you guys missed out on me yelling at my dog. And that's 5 nines. So, we're looking at the back side here. Problem solving. Find the area of the rectangle shown. Well, again, we take the length, which is 7/10, times 1/2. 2 doesn't go into 7. Can't divide those evenly by anything, so we're going to go ahead and go straight across. 7 times 1 is 7. 10 times 2 is 20. And it looks to me like we are finished. And since we multiplied 2 of those together, we get 7/20 yards squared. Refer to the example 1. Complete the steps to show how 3/4 times 2/3 can also be found using properties of equivalent fractions. Okay, so example 1 from the previous page. So you have 3/4 times 2/3. So again, that's 3 times 2 right there. And we have 4 times 3. All right, so 3 times 2 and 3 times 4. This right here, the fact that these two are mixed around, notice how that was 4 times 3, now it's 3 times 4. Remember, that's just commutative property. Commutative. It doesn't matter which order the numbers are. You can still multiply them together to get the exact same thing. All right. And then right here, the 3 and the 3, that right there, that equals 1. All right. And then down here, let's see, you got 2 over 4. So this would be, that would just be the identity property. I spelled wrong, identity. And then we simplify by dividing both of those by 2, which gives us 1/2. Right? All right. So, on your all's homework, again, I highly recommend, if you can do it. If you don't, you can always ask somebody in the classroom or whomever. But simplify if you can. Like this one here, I look at this and I say, well, 4 goes into 8. So I'm going to divide both of these by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Again, 3 goes into 9. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then multiply straight across. 1 times 1, which is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. So everybody has number 1 done for them. If you want to just go ahead and simplify it later, that's fine too. Again, you can just say 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 8 is 32. And then you got to decide, well, what do I divide both of these by? So we're like, well, does 3 go into 32? No, it doesn't. See, 5 doesn't go into that. So it looks like that one's already simplified, 15, 30 seconds, but sometimes you'll have to simplify them, especially a couple of these down here, like that one there, you will. I just got to, most of you know how to do that, or you remember how to do that. So don't forget to simplify. Backside of the homework, again, chances are you're going to be able to see that times that. Okay. Area of the rectangle, again, that is area equals length times the width. Well, this is the length and this is the width. So you take that times that. And don't forget that your answer is going to be feet squared because you're multiplying two of the feet together, the foot measurements together. Down here is a lot like the other page we used. Just remember how it doesn't matter which order you put that in. That's what you're going to put in the blank there. And the fact that you just look back at that problem there to help you, number 15. And of course, the back side, you have those two there. Multiply and make sure you simplify to get the answer on the bottom. All right, on the bottom. So if you guys have any questions, ask me or somebody else that's in the room. Make sure, again, you put your name on the top of it and you have your staple right here. This page is on top. And again, your name on it, and those are the page numbers. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.